had a murder committed at the President's Golf Course one time. Believe it or not, it was a fight by two retired guys over lost golf balls. One of them hit the other guy with a club, and the guy retaliated and beat the other guy over the head and died from the fight. And here's the sad thing. They weren't Pro V1s.
Strangest thing that happened to me in my career was when I was at Doral Resort and Spa. Our golf course maintenance facility was in an industrial park, and our neighbor was a company called Airgas, which stored compressed gas tanks, whether it was acetylene, oxygen. And one of the days, their forklift operators knocked the top off of an acetylene tank, which created a spark, and all these tanks began to explode. We had to evacuate our guys with a mile away from the maintenance facility, and as the explosions were going on, CNN was covering it, and the tanks were like missiles, and they were shooting and going like 4 or 5 feet down into the ground on the 14th and 3rd fairway at Doral. So that was an exciting day.
Boy, there's a lot of them. I would say probably one of the strangest things happened here about 10 years ago. We had, I got a call one day, it was a typical Monday. One of those Mondays you're just looking forward to going home, and it was about 4:30, 5 o'clock in the evening, and one of my assistants called me and says, "You're not going to believe this," and I could tell by the way he was saying he wasn't calling me to see a pretty butterfly. I went out to the 10th hole, and some young man had come off the property, stripped down to his underwear, and jumped on the back of an 8-foot gator and wrestled him. And you can see the mud slung everywhere. I'm sure the gator was shocked. So I would say that's probably one of the most unusual things I've ever experienced.
One day I'm sitting in my office and I get a phone call from a member saying that the 9-hole memory guest, the theme is the Wizard of Oz, and is wondering if I could paint the car paths on the front 9 yellow for the yellow brick road. And I sat and I carefully gave my answer saying, well, we could do that, but do you ever think how we could get back the original color of the car paths and remove all that paint? That's true.
I think the strangest things that ever happened in the mid-90s, I was working at another golf course in the area, and I was checking irrigation during the night because we had an old archaic hydraulic system, and I saw the police helicopter buzz me with the light one time, and I took no notice of it, and then all of a sudden 5 minutes later I had flying police cars behind me and in front of me, and being an Australian I kind of went to get out of my car, and all of a sudden I had pistols pointed at me and gentlemen saying, "Get back in your car," and we diffused the situation. The superintendent I worked for was very happy. I was actually doing my job at 2 o'clock in the morning, and it was kind of interesting. Welcome to the States.